Good evening. My name is Xavier Herrera. My teammates are Manuel HUAYTA and Catherine Valerio. The purpose of this presentation is to explain how migration has contributed to the richness and diversity of cultures, ethnicities, and races in developed countries, but it also has a cost for migrants' well-being. The process of migration presents three stages: pre-migration, migration, and post-migration, that can also be defined as the absorption of the immigrant within the social and cultural structure of the new society. Let's begin by looking at social and cultural adjustment and how it may be influenced by different factors like the duration of the relocation, the similarity between cultures, language, and social support systems. Also, the acceptance by the host culture, access to the expatriate community, and of course, employment and housing. Now, my teammates will continue with explanation with a further example.
Good evening, class. I am Manuel HUAYTA. I will explain how migrations affect the identities of each person. Migration has greatly contributed to the diversity of cultures, ethnicities, and races in developed countries. Migrants sometimes experience multiple stresses that can affect their mental well-being, include the loss of cultures, norms, religion, customs, and social support systems. Adaptations to a new culture influences change in identity and self-concept. For example, when Venezuelan migrants arrived in Peru, they impacted Peruvian culture, such as food, trade or low jobs and towards Peruvians. Thus, the lifestyle changed the Peruvian sense of identity. According to migration analysts, when a person migrates to another country, the identity of the place of origins is always given. He feels right in coming from where he comes from because he begins to evaluate that the people of his country are like and how their traditions will change for begins where they are. Another important point, is that also when people migrate from one nations to other, they bring with their knowledge, their fear, because when settling in a new city, they fear losing their culture, identity, and will probably change, fostering a degree of belongings and affecting their senses of belongings of national identities. In addition, international migrants will face different situations than international migrants. For example, where their language of and culture of the international migrants could be significantly different from the origin of the migrants. I give my partner a pass.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Catherine Valerio. The purpose of this presentation is to determine how migration affects the identity of each person. Let's begin by looking at point 2 mentioned by my colleague Manuel. Peruvians have been crucially affected by the arrival of Venezuelan migrants in our country. For example, can you see when you go down the street and stop just for a moment? Then only then you will find that in most restaurants, cafes, fashion stores, constructions, and others frequent places, there are Venezuelans and fewer Peruvians working. However, that should not worry because you will always make a difference by behind strong and light. It is only matter of sharing and behind constant remember that cultural identity plays a very important role in the development of the towns. According to Altamirano Teofilo 2000, states that people aware of their roots will also have clear goals about the role they have to play in the face of the new challenge of society and take advantage of it. In conclusion, the final goal with migration or without migration is to seek sustainable development, but has indigenous people showing good behavior and never lost the sense of identity. Because we do not want not put or false mask or imitate the work of other cultures in realities so different from ours, it is said that people without its identity. It's like plant without with roots, and we must always keep that in mind. Thank you for your attention. Bye, Miss. Bye, guys.